Research shows what many of us already know, that moms carry most of the mental workload when it comes to managing responsibilities at home. So one report found that women manage, listen to this number, 71% of family tasks, like what? Planning, organizing, and scheduling. Many women are turning now to social media to talk about this invisible labor and the very real struggles that they face.
Whenever I talk about the mental load, men will say things like, oh, that's not real. It's made up. It's just women overcomplicating things. It's just your anxiety. But when I ask women, the overwhelming majority of them will say that the mental load is crippling. It is exhausting. It is never ending, that their brain never turns off.
So true.
Yeah, they will say the mental load is real. Dr. Sue Varma is a board-certified psychiatrist and the author of Practical Optimism. Sue, you're the best person to talk to about this topic. You know, I think most of us aren't surprised that women have more of the mental load, but I was surprised that it was 71%. Were you surprised that the number is that high in 2025?
Honestly, Gayle, I think the number should be higher because the women that I talk to, almost all of them, and I work with a lot of couples, Gayle, and this is the thing that I hear couples clashing all the time, whereas the woman says that not only am I organizing, planning, managing, but I'm anticipating for all the things that can go wrong, because guess who's going to deal with the consequences of them? I am. So when the kid goes out without the umbrella and they're getting wet or they're getting sick and colds and flus and infections, who is staying home from work to stay with the kid, right? So I almost feel that like not only the cognitive overload, but the emotional overload, right? Because a child is often turning to the mother, in most cases, assuming this heterosexual couple, for comfort, right? And the school is calling the mother when the child is sick, and who's taking time off from work. So all of it comes back down to the woman often.
So talk about how to handle this, because sometimes the guys will be like, well, I'm happy to do it, just tell me what you need.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to be telling you, right?
Thank you so much, Tony, for saying that, because to be able to be an equal partner, it really means getting in there from the very beginning, right? So I don't want to have to give you a list to delegate. I want you to be a part of the conversation. For example, when the school year starts, what are some of those things that have to get done on a regular basis? Because we see that the dads are involved in things that might be monthly or quarterly, looking at the finances, cutting the grass. All of these things happen at a less frequent cadence than the daily minutia. It's the minutia. I think of it as the invisible load, the invisible email box, invisible inbox, or the motherboard of a computer that is silently putting all the different pieces of the computer together for it to function. So coming to the table and saying, what can I own? What responsibility, right? So the sports, the musical equipments, the scheduling, can I be a part of it? Can I do the pickup? Rolling your sleeves up, getting there at the dishes and unloading them before you need to be asked.
I've been married a couple of decades now, and early on in my marriage, I was not equipped with the right tools to communicate properly or even just simply ask, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Tell me about this invisible weight. So now that I can ask that, what are some of the things that she feels when she has this burden on her? What are the impacts of those things?
You know, just the fact that you're recognizing that there is an emotional fallout, right? Because women, when they don't talk about their feelings, we found in a study of a few 100,000 women, they looked at they're 4 times more likely to die during the course of this study by not expressing their feelings. So you simply showing up and saying, talk to me about what you're experiencing, which is stressed out, burden, unseen, undervalued, underappreciated, especially for the moms whose predominant role is caregiving. They feel as if just because I'm not bringing in income, you don't see me, you don't value me, you don't love me, you don't respect me. And often the kids may say to the mom, well, you don't know what I'm going through. Have you ever walked a day in dad's shoes? Do you work? So I feel like a lot of women who are staying at home and caregiving are not getting that value. So we want to make sure we check in with them, and even just to say, what can I do to help you? Talk to me about what you're going through, and how can we prevent this as a team? Because that feeling of you're with me, you're on my side, so many times women tell me, I don't feel like I have an equal partner.
They feel isolated.
Yes.
But even when partners think that they're doing a good job, women still feel overwhelmed.
Yes.
Even if you have somebody who you think is a great partner in everything in your life, including with your children, and meeting your emotional and physical needs, they still feel that I'm the one who's overwhelmed. Why is that?
Yes.
Even when they have a great partner.
Even when you have a great partner, because, you know, we are dealing with the emotional, women are more prone to anxiety and depression. We're more likely to have this what if thinking, to catastrophize about the worst case scenario if our kids get sick. You know, and I can think about this trip now fondly, but there was a ski trip that I didn't get to go on with my family, and my sons went with my husband, an amazing dad, supportive partner, but the kids ended up getting frostbite because a glove fell off, a mask fell off, and guess what? even though he's a physician, I'm the one diagnosing it on FaceTime.
On FaceTime,
"God,
yes.
Your face looks a little funny, and guess who's putting the antibiotic and taking them to the doctors? It's all on me."
So how do we turn it around? Somebody's listening to you right now saying, that's what's happening in my house. How do we turn it around on both sides?
Yes. So first of all, if you're going to ask your partner for more help, you cannot throw the kitchen sink at them, right? Be able to, don't say you're a horrible person, you don't love me, you're not there for me. Say, I love it when you do all these things. When you ask me how I feel, when you ask me how my day was, when you get in there and you roll up your sleeves and you're doing the dishes, when you say, you know what, I'll do the pickup today. You know what, I'll do the pickup every Tuesday, Wednesday. We love that. Take something permanently off our plate.
Yeah.
Take
Permanently,
on
yes.
permanently, right? I'm going to start planning the vacations more. I'm going to do the Target runs. I'm going to start ordering the sports equipment. I'm going to be the parent, default parent on the school's list, right? So we love that. That's music to our ears. I'm going to not give you just one day to go to the spa on Mother's Day. I want you to have a regular afternoon brunch with your girlfriends. That makes me happy.
I love these conversations
that's
because I
good.
know women are watching, but it's also for partner spouses, for men like me. So valuable. Dr. Sue Varma, appreciate you.